Coach, they made you work for it. They really did. The defense really made you work for it, but you guys found a way to get it done and really take control of this game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, there's a reason why they're not better. They're a good football club. I think our defense really stepped it up in last night and played a great game.
How much did it change the mojo going into the locker room at halftime with that 35-yard play?
Well, it's always nice to score. We talked about it in our sprints. Right before half, we count our sprints out, and we're midway through. Say offense up on the line, we're going to score as a buzzer goes. Same in the half of the head down. That's something we talk about. It's been nice to kind of see it happen.
Wow, how long has it been since it happened? Because that's you're right.
I don't
that's
know.
a wonderful thing. That
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of say it's a 98-yard touchdown when we talk about it. Going from one end zone to the other end. But I'd have to look and see.
But that's just a cool thing because anytime the coach looks good, it's always good.
Other than the fact that it's twice as good, what's the difference when you go into that locker room? You got that early touchdown. They played to a standstill through most of the first half there after that, and then that play, boom, and all of a sudden you're up 2 scores instead of 1.
Well, yeah, it gives you a little. It gives you a little comfort zone there. You have, as well as the defense is playing. It only takes one play for a team like that to score. So 7-7 real quick. But 14-7, you got it's a little different breather situation. So you want that second score, kind of relaxes you a little bit, and just keep playing.
In the second half, they had some opportunities. They pinned you deep there at the 5-yard line, and that long 95-yard touchdown drive where you scored early in the fourth quarter put you up 21-0. That really gave you a stranglehold in the game.
Yeah, we thought we ran the ball really well. My lineman's been screaming at me for a while now. They want to run the ball. So they stepped up and did a great job running the ball, and Jordan Hall got after it as well.
I thought there's a couple of things that when Freeman had gotten up to game speed, I think the early finesse, your first drive was very finesse, and you got out of the perimeter, you attacked. By the time, and they got to game speed, and they got a little confidence, and then all of a sudden the pass rush kicked in. Did you make any adjustments, or was just you were feeling them out a little bit with their pass protection?
Well, yeah, you kind of get a feel how they're going. They kind of leaned on their passing game, so we kind of went with our past defensive calls and basically didn't have to focus so much on the run, and we could let our D-line go and get after it.
Go ahead.
It was less power football in the first half than I've seen you play in a long time. Was it a conscious effort to go back to it? Because I thought.
We thought at halftime, yeah, and my quarterback has the option to check the ball a lot. He was doing it a lot in the first half. We said, all right, let's back off that a little bit. Let's just run the ball. We're averaging 7-8 yards pop. So we want to come back, run the ball, and get after it, and then we'll see what the pass game can get us, and that's what happened in the second half.
Obviously, you got to look at the film, but how would you assess at first blush the game you got out of Eli tonight? Some ill-advised throws at times, but made a lot of plays for you too.
Oh yeah, he's a talented guy. He can make some plays, but he was trying to do too much. We talked about that at halftime. He just calmed down, let the game come to you. His legs are a very valuable thing. He wasn't using that very much in the first half like he should have. Once his reads aren't there, run the ball, don't keep hanging back. Although Lyon was doing a great job, giving him a ton of time. But that's not what we do. If you go through your read progression, it's not there. Let's run the ball to 4 yards instead of the next play.
Ty Bates got a couple of touchdowns tonight, made a great move on that second touchdown, making plays on special teams. Number 3's all over the place.
Ty Bates is a dynamite football player. You would have every college in the country if he had 6 more inches on him. After he's a leader. He blocks. One of our best blockers on the team. He's probably 5'2". He's going to kill me for saying that. But he gets after it. He plays the game like it should be. If you want to see a high school football player, come watch Ty Bates.
Coach, I thought it was, in a lot of ways, while it was uncharacteristic to see you guys throw that ball that much, you've been doing it so well, I can't blame you. But in a lot of ways, it was a signature Hermitage win because you kept calling different names in the defensive backfield, on the perimeter, running the ball. You mixed it in your tailbacks. The depth is really something that serves you well, especially in week 10.
Well, yeah, and that's one thing that we're fortunate to have. We're fortunate to have a lot of players who can play, so you don't have to rely on one guy in your passing game or one guy in your running game. If you make the right reads, the play will make it for you, and that's something really stressful to the quarterback. If they're making the right reads, the right guy will make the yards and do the thing that they need to do as long as you stick to your reads.
Suleiman gets so much of the attention on your defense, and deservedly so. He wreaked havoc in the backfield a lot tonight. But we made comment many times about how many different names we called on your defense tonight, whether it was Thornton, Anderson, Wilson, Wilder, Kinney, Whitehead, Sneed, Adams. They all made plays at different times. And that is, that is just, you got it as a coach, you got to love seeing that.
Yeah, and you kind of expect that when you have 4 or 5 guys who've been playing defense for us for 3 years, whether they were a starter or just playing. And a lot of those names are that. So they've been through this a lot. They've been through a lot of playoffs, been through a lot of tough games. And they know how to follow a motto and play the play and get after it. And, we might not have a lot of shutouts on the scoreboard because when we get ahead, we let a lot of other people play. But that defense has put up a lot of – it's been tough to start scoring our first-team defense all year.
Patrick, talk about just having another 10-0 regular season. Obviously, there's work to be done. You don't have a lot of time to reflect now. But just, this group has gotten the job done, answered the challenge, all 10 games so far this season.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often. I was telling the guys at some point during the year, we beat a team when we weren't feeling very good about ourselves. We didn't play very well. We won the game. I was telling the guys, coached an All-Star game one year, and there's a kid there from TJ who played all 4 years, started on varsity, never won a game. So you need to enjoy this. Even though we didn't play well, and we know we can get better, you need to enjoy the victory because it doesn't happen a lot in a lot of places. And put on top of that, to go 10-0 doesn't happen a lot very often, very many places. And we're very fortunate to be here, but we're nowhere near satisfied.
Okay, go ahead.
I was pretty sure that both teams would show up prepared, and you and I were talking before we started the interview off mic, and it was both teams looked really prepared. But I said that no matter what happened in this game, I thought it was a wonderful opportunity for both teams to get better. Did that happen?
Oh, no doubt about it. We'll find out on the film. But the opportunity to get better is going to be next week. And tomorrow morning, we're going to go over a film with our team and how we practice next week. And so that's left to be seen if we're going to get better off of it. I thought at times we pressed a little too much, whether it be the special teams. I think we kind of forced that block and gave them some short field position. Although we're very aggressive going after them. There are certain things we go after and we try and do. I didn't get to see it. I was talking to one of my players when it happened, so we could see that on film. And I think, Eli kind of pressed it a little bit. But otherwise, they called it Hermitage. Things weren't going perfect. They kept coming after it. And Eli kept checking. I had to tell him to calm down on the check. But he kept playing. He kept following Hermitage. And good things that happen. Keep going after it.
Tackling was good, too.
Yeah, we're very we work really hard on that. We work on our tackle circuit in the off-season T-shirt and shorts. I think it's a great learning situation to be able to do that, and that's part of our spring ball stuff that we do when we go out there and do defense. We work on tackling year-round.
Before we let you go, don't know where you're going to be seated yet, don't know who you're going to be playing yet, but how do you assess your team's readiness for playoff football?
I think they're very ready. I think they're eager. I think this was a big, huge challenge, a playoff team. They're going to be in the playoffs. So it was a playoff game for us in our mentality. We didn't play great, but we played well, we played hard, and we beat a pretty good football team.
Okay, Patrick, thanks a lot. As always, congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you all covering high school football.
Yep. Patrick Kane, winning coach of Hermitage. We'll be back in a minute. Fox Sports 910.